Once upon a time, in a little boy's bedroom, there was an exciting adventure waiting to happen. But it only happened when the little boy was fast asleep. You see, tucked away in the corner of the room was a dresser with a very special pair of socks. These weren't just any socks. They were magic socks. And when the moon was full and the hour was late, they would sneak out of the drawer and dance. Oh, how they loved to dance! They'd twirl and swirl all around the room, leaping over furniture and under the bed, never touching the walls or curtains. They'd giggle and play until the sun began to rise, and then they'd have to hurry back to the drawer before the little boy got up, for if he were to find them playing outside the drawer, he might get a big fright and ask why they were dancing in the middle of the night. And you know what? The socks didn't want to talk to him about their nighttime adventures. They just wanted to dance and have fun. So every night they'd wait until the house was silent and still, and then they'd slip out of the drawer and dance, dance, dance. But one night, just as the clock struck 12, a little girl came bounding into the room. She was the little boy's sister, and she wasn't supposed to be awake at this hour. But she couldn't sleep because she heard the most beautiful music coming from the dresser. And she was curious. You know, she'd often wondered if there were adventures happening in the room when she wasn't there. And now it seemed like there might be. So as the sock was dancing, the little girl crept closer and closer to the dresser. She peeked over the top and saw the most amazing thing. A pair of socks dancing in the moonlight. She watched them twirl and leap, and suddenly, just as the clock chimed 12:30, she had an idea. She wanted to join them. Oh, that would be an adventure. She carefully climbed onto the dresser and onto the shelf with the socks. And just as the first rays of sunlight appeared in the sky, she slipped on the socks and danced with them around the room. They played until the sun was up, and the little girl had to get off the socks and go to bed. And from that day on, whenever the moon was full and the hour was late, the little girl would put on the magical socks and dance with abandon around the room. And the socks, well, they loved having a new friend to dance with. In fact, they loved it so much that sometimes they'd sneak out of the drawer even before the moon was full, just so they could dance some more. And who knows, maybe one night they'll sneak out and dance with you, too. If you believe, anything can happen. The end.